Item Number SCP-2865. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Armed Observation Facility 232 has been established 0.8 kilometers down the road from SCP-2865. Disguised as a National Parks Service (NPS) ranger station. Mobile Task Force Pi-2 Dusters has been stationed at Armed Observation Facility 232 in order to facilitate containment. Due to the semi-public nature of SCP-2865, MTF Pi-2 are required to disguise themselves as forest rangers in order to maintain Foundation secrecy. Any civilians attempting to enter SCP-2865 are to be warned of increased bear activity in the area and turned back. Use of non-lethal force is authorized for non-compliant civilians. Any civilians coming into contact with an instance of SCP-2865-1 is to be administered Class A amnestics and removed from the area immediately. The outskirts of SCP-2865 are to be patrolled constantly by members of MTF Pi-2, but SCP-2865 itself should not be breached except under exceptional circumstances. Should an instance of SCP-2865-1 be observed attempting to venture outside the boundaries of SCP-2865, personnel are advised not to engage, and should contact Armed Observation Facility 232 for assistance. Description: SCP-2865 is a stretch of woodland measuring roughly 8 square kilometers, located in the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest, in the southwestern region of Montana. Notable locations in SCP-2865 consist of a small dirt road, a collapsed bridge over a small stretch of creek, and a makeshift wooden castle, currently inhabited by an unknown number of SCP-2865-1 instances, as well as SCP-2865-2. The castle is composed of lumber and crudely stacked stones, presumably harvested by an instance of SCP-2865-1, and contains roughly 198 square meters of floor space. Several rooms have been identified, including a large throne room, apparently for SCP-2865-2. SCP-2865-1 is the collective designation for a group of anomalous entities created by SCP-2865-2. The exact number is unknown, though it has been estimated to be in the hundreds. SCP-2865-1 are two-dimensional entities seemingly composed entirely of calcium sulfate, colloquially known as sidewalk chalk. These entities vary greatly in size and appearance, with instances as small as 6 centimeters and as large as 4 meters having been observed, though they are usually roughly humanoid and between 1.6 and 2 meters in height. In their dormant state, SCP-2865-1 appears to be merely a chalk drawing, usually inscribed on a tree or other large, roughly flat natural formation. However, upon entering its active state, an SCP-2865-1 instance displays the anomalous ability to remove itself from its point of origin and interact with its environment. Despite possessing close to zero depth, SCP-2865-1 are fully capable of manipulating three-dimensional objects. SCP-2865-1 appear to be sapient, as they have been observed to use tools and carry out complex tasks without assistance. To date, no successful communication has so far been established between Foundation personnel and SCP-2865-1, though they appear to have at least a limited ability to speak. See Incident Report 16-2000.
SCP-2865-1 are believed to be under the complete control of SCP-2865-2.
SCP-2865-1 appear to be fully autonomous entities, capable of acting intelligently without the influence of their creator. SCP-2865-2 is a male human child, estimated to be between the ages of and SCP-2865-2 possesses brown hair and eyes and is roughly 130 centimeters tall. SCP-2865-2 refers to itself as King Jeremy the Terrible, and to SCP-2865-1 as its subjects. SCP-2865-2 is in possession of a small piece of sidewalk chalk, hereby designated SCP-2865-3. An image inscribed on a surface by SCP-2865-2 with SCP-2865-3 will become an instance of SCP-2865-1 within 10 to 20 minutes. It is unknown if this anomalous effect is inherent to SCP-2865-2 or -3. SCP-2865-3 has never been observed to wear down or disintegrate, despite being used to create dozens of SCP-2865-1s. Research conducted by Foundation agents into SCP-2865-2's origins have brought up a police report from Billings, Montana for a year-old child named Jeremy, reported missing from his home on 7/2/2000. Pictures of this individual match the appearance of SCP-2865-2 almost exactly. According to reports kept by the Montana School Board Association, was expelled from his public school roughly 2 months before his disappearance for severely injuring another student with a pencil. Addendum 2865-A. On 12/23/2000, Foundation personnel operating at Armed Observation Facility 232 noticed a small handwritten note affixed to a nearby tree, apparently written by SCP-2865-2 and delivered in the early hours of that morning. In its writing, -2 expressed awareness of the Foundation and extended an invitation for Foundation personnel to visit its kingdom. It appears that -2's awareness of the Foundation does not extend beyond awareness of the name and of extended monitoring by personnel, and as such, does not constitute a leakage of confidential information. A full transcript of the note is included below.
Dear SPC, I know you have been watching me. I know you want to contain me, but I am a force to be reckoned with. Mark my words, you want me as your ally. As a gesture of my goodwill, I will invite you to visit me in the Castle Jeremy. We will talk about being allied, but be warned, I am very powerful. If you displease me, I will have your heads cut off. Bring gifts.
Signed, King Jeremy, the Great and Terrible. Incident Report 1/6/2000. Dr. Director of Armed Observation Facility 232 decided to send a small group of Foundation personnel to establish contact with SCP-2865-2, with the secondary goal of capturing it for containment in a more secure Foundation facility. Personnel deployed consist of 3 members of MTF Pi 2, agents, and as well as Dr. The personnel entered SCP-2865, where they were escorted to Castle Jeremy by an instance of SCP-2865-1. All personnel were armed with small sidearms, and Agent had a hidden video recording device mounted on his uniform. A complete transcript of the incident is below. Dr. and the 3 MTF agents are led into SCP-2865-2's castle by an instance of -1. 7 others are present in the castle. At the insistence of SCP-2865-2, all 4 of them kneel before -2's throne. Dr. Greetings, SCP-2865-2. SCP-2865-2, gesturing to its subjects.
You will say my real name, or I will have them cut off your head.
Agent, muttering, do what he says. My apologies, King Jeremy. How did you come to be aware of the SCP Foundation's activities in your kingdom?
Some of my subjects saw your spies snooping around in the woods and watching us with little cameras. You can't fool me. I know my parents sent you to bring me back to school.
I see our attempts at secrecy are wasted on you. How did you create the instances of, your subjects?
It's easy, stupid. I just drew them with my magic chalk.
I see. What about...
Enough of these questions. Where are my royal gifts?
Dr. signals the 3 agents to bring forth the gifts. Agent takes a box of plastic race cars from his pocket. Agent takes a $20 bill from hers. And Agent takes a bag of assorted lollipops out of his. These items are presented to SCP-2865-2. -2's face begins to turn red with anger.
These are terrible gifts. I hate you.
pointing to the largest present instance of SCP-2865-1.
I hate them! I hate them! Cut off their heads!
Agent reaches for his firearm, but Agent prevents him. SCP-2865-1 do not respond for a period of roughly 5 seconds. Abruptly, the largest instance lunges towards -2, pulling him off the throne and throwing him to the ground.
Ow! What are you doing? I'm your king! I order you to stop!
SCP-2865-1 No more king. The instance of -1 places its foot on -2's back, preventing it from getting up. It then makes eye contact with Dr. and points a finger towards the castle exit. Several others move threateningly towards the Foundation personnel. Dr. Don't hurt him! Agent. Come on, Doc. We've got to go. But Agent pulls Dr. out of the castle exit, and both they and the other 2 agents begin to run back towards Armed Observation Facility 232. The log concludes roughly 20 minutes later, upon arrival at Armed Observation Facility 232. Based on the events of Incident 1-6-20, it appears that SCP-2865-1 instances are free-willed entities and are not, as previously believed, entirely under the control of SCP-2865-2. Addendum 2865-B. As of 1/12/20, instances of SCP-2865-1 appear to be abandoning Castle Jeremy in favor of a subterranean network of tunnels being constructed below SCP-2865. Due to the continued generation of new -1 instances, it is theorized that -2 is being held in captivity by the colony as a means of reproduction. Continued monitoring of SCP-2865 by means of RCV-mounted cameras is currently under consideration. Addendum 2865-C. On 2/3/2000, a group of 37 SCP-2865-1 instances, hereafter referred to as -1A, was observed to split off from the main population -1B and return to Castle Jeremy, accompanied by -2. Shortly thereafter, violent conflict between the 2 groups occurred, apparently in an attempt by -1B to recover their only means of reproduction. The attempt was unsuccessful, and the -1A colony began to grow at a rapid rate. On 2/11/20, several dozen instances from -1B attempted to breach containment. Members of MTF Pi 2 were dispatched, armed with high-powered hoses, but several instances are currently unaccounted for. Since the events of 2/11/20, several dozen elementary schools and craft stores in Montana have reported burglaries. In all cases, nothing was stolen except for large quantities of sidewalk chalk. These cases are under investigation by the Foundation for possible links to SCP-2865.